It's been a while since I've done a formulaic top 5 or top 10, so here's my top 5 ways in which you know that you're wasting your time talking to someone on Twitter. That may seem a little odd, given I lost an argument to a bot. But the best way to learn is in the crucible of it all, so here we go. You're on Twitter. One of the first warning signs is the name. Some names are pretty obviously trolling, and you need to look at the actual Twitter name, not just the display name, which can be changed over and over again, but the actual name. A real dead giveaway is a string of numbers or random letters on the end, and another bit of a giveaway is an entirely conventional @ name. So keep an eye out for those. Avatars can be a bit of a giveaway. It's a kind of stereotype that the anime avatar is the sign of the troll, and that's not exactly true. None of these are exactly true. It's all just things that are warning signs. No single thing carries it all by itself, but many people with anime avatars are trolls. But the thing that I've noticed is that many trolls have footballer avatars and footballer banners on their profiles. That is a really big giveaway. I think that's the kind of normie equivalent of the anime avatar. The profile itself can offer a lot of clues, as well as the avatars I've mentioned. An egg avatar with no real information filled out, bit of a warning sign. If they have their pronouns in their bio, they're almost always an insufferable wanker, especially if they very obviously present as a normal man. And I'm going to get in trouble for using the word normal, I'm sure, but if they're very obviously a bloke but have their gender pronouns in their bio, I'd watch them, and I'd start the countdown clock for when they're going to get found out for some kind of sexual impropriety. Comedian is another red flag. If it's not a comedian you've heard of, people with comedian in their bio seem to be insufferable wankers online. If people have got links to news websites that you've never heard of, and most of the ones that you have heard of, they're probably wankers as well. And if they boast about their affiliation to one company or another, particularly in the gaming sphere, if it's not their own company, if it's just one that they happen to work for and they boast about it, again, usually insufferable and probably about to get fired. There's a blue tick, a blue check mark next to their name. That means they're someone that Twitter has deemed important enough to be protected from being imitated or faked online. It's a kind of badge of honor. It was never intended to be, but it now is one, and they've taken it away from people who are politically or socially awkward for them in the past. So keep an eye out for that, because the people with blue check marks are protected from the kind of things that would knock us hoi polloi offline, and they tend to be arrogant, as though it really means something other than confirmation that you are who you say you are. So that's a big thing that makes people insufferable. This is a bit of an odd one that I've noticed recently. I mean, you can look into the tweets that people have made, and if you see a pattern of inoffensive, normal kind of retweeting or empty, meaningless content that suddenly switches to political or social within the last 20 to 50 tweets or so, That's a big warning sign that it's not an entirely kosher Twitter account. But the other thing, weirdly, that you can do is look at how many tweets they've made. If it's something like 5,000 and a few hundred or a few tens, that seems to be a warning sign. I think there's some kind of breakpoint where botnets or whatever decide that a certain number of previous tweets that have been made make it okay to use, that it will pass muster for people. So you look for breakpoints. I mean, obviously it's not foolproof, but if you see 5,000 tweets, 5,050, and it's only the most recent 50 or so on that are particularly incensed about Trump or Bernie or Brexit or any contentious issue of the day, because I'm sure this will continue to roll on, look out. Zang. Old Fat Punks is part caper, part comedy, part nostalgia and part commentary. It follows three aging punks as they build themselves up for one big, nihilistic last hurrah. You can buy Old Fat Punks at Amazon, DriveThruFiction or Lulu.com. Follow the links below or search on those sites.